process. Comes down to this, two parts. Parents' role, stay out of the way. Literally, I can't explain it or say it any better. The goal should be to stay out of the way, and pretty much do everything from the sidelines. It's all about prep and preparation, preset, the expectations, based on the will of the kid. Things that should have been passed down to the kid so you wouldn't have to worry about it at this phase in the game. How I look at it is two ways. The things you have prepared to help the kid with, don't worry. The things you have not prepared to help the kid with, worry. Simple as that. How I look at it is, as parents' role is to help the kid prep their emails, make sure they send out solid emails, make sure the kids is able to be communicated with on a one-on-one basis in person, on the phone, have great communication skills. If not, practice just being able to just communicate on a one-on-one basis, answer basic sound questions at the beginning of the process, throughout the entire process. It's kind of based on your ability to be able to adapt on the fly. And I think those all could be practiced and prepped. And then make sure that they follow through on their emails. Make sure that once it's time to interview, you prepped and ready, have sound understanding, especially at the level that you're trying to go to be able to get that kid to be able to express their feelings and understanding of their knowledge, whatever the level that is of the game. I also believe that the parent should make sure the kids set goals and hold them accountable to those goals, with responsibilities if those goals aren't met, whether it's through extra chores at home, getting all their checklists done, getting all their homework done, the process of building a solid individual. Don't have anything to do with soccer. Build a foundation for the kid to be able to have those characteristics as they move forward. And then I think the second part is the kid's part. And the kid has to be driving the whole ship. And they have to be a kind of CEO at the beginning, focusing only on field of play, strength and conditioning, training, getting better, team goals, going to ID camps if they have time throughout whatever schedule they're at, whatever level they're at. If not, then going to camps, going to getting extra technical training, extra speed training, extra strength training, extra pretty much kind of getting to make sure they understand all the numbers, what the responsibility of those numbers, how are you going to play those numbers based on other sets, whether you're going to 3-3-4, where you're attacking with three forwards, three midfielders, going against 4-4-2, where now or even going with four backs with three midfielders and three forwards, or three backs. It doesn't matter. It's about getting them to understand kind of all of the concepts. And for the kids, me being a football coach and football player, it was about setting the parent and the kid up with the right situation for that kid at that particular time. But I believe you have to, if you look up in your kids, the best one or two players, and on that team, I think you need to go for a big enough, push through, and make that jump to another league where you can continue to look to whatever will help build you to the prime, in your most, I'm looking more for most potential overall, not just as a soccer player, but as a person that plays soccer. Because I think once you are comfortable with who you are, then it's easy for you to go out and perform at the level that you believe that you can play at. And so getting frustrated with the parents, I see, the parents getting frustrated with their kids, and I'm more like, man, you got this, and this to work on, man. Don't get upset. Just let's just start working on it. Let's just get better each day, as we phase into the situation. But the kid has to take full control over the recruitment entire process, making sure that they really understand what 60 to 100 means, and getting the solid emails down, where then all they have to do is kind of have a pretty much a good understanding of, how to send out those beginning emails to get, where, in this conference, I could play for 4 to 6 teams of the whatever, what 30 or so, and from there, I'll say, you got these 3 conferences. There's 10 schools that I would consider going to, but there is 30 schools that, if I wind up having to go to another school, that I can potentially go to. But to me, it comes down to these are the, 4 to 5 schools that I will go to in a heartbeat. This is the 10 to 15 schools that I would really, really want to go to. Then it's another 10 to 15 schools that I wouldn't mind going to. Then it's another 30 schools that, I want to stay in contact with, because those coaches, whatever, it's best interest to. Then it's got to be a 60 more schools at the beginning of your kids' recruitment that you need to be getting in contact with at the Division II level, at the Division III level, and at the NAIA and the junior college level. It's imperative that you start communication to when you can get more of a realistic understanding of your kid's ability, because all parents believe their kid are the best. The kids that play in the Olympics, parents believe their kid is the best player in the nation. I mean, it is what it is. But it doesn't matter, again, what you believe it is. It matters what it takes for one school to believe in you and actually offer you a full ride scholarship or academic scholarship or partial scholarship, depending on which level you're looking at. And that's the fit for the next, 4 to 5 years. That should be the kids' understanding, that they can commit to 4 to 5 years. This is where I want to be at. This is where I want to develop at. I'm looking to graduate. Boom, and then go from there. But it's got to be 60 schools, and it's got to be all different type of schools. Your kids are a straight A student, you should be applying to every school in the country. And then once you get down to the actual communication with the school, you gotta go through the questionnaire process, where you fill out the questionnaire, and then you invite that school to come watch you play, whether it's at a showcase, whether it's at a tournament, whether it's at a like rivalry game, championship game, or even just a basic game where you just got to show up. You're gonna beat this team by 40 points. They want to see how that kid is. So if you can't get them to in front of that kid, they can't recruit the kid. Then you got to get the video to them, reiterating what they saw in person and live. I mean, that's just anything. I'm a football player, that's like, this is basic recruitment 101, if your kid is not playing in the ECNL and Girls Academy, they're not going to Major Division I unless they can get to that campus and get in front of those schools and those coaches and actually have legitimate, skill, size that school covered, and that's why you can't, you got to go to, obviously, based on popularity in the schools that you like and know, that's where you start, but it also got to be based on your skill level of play, and a comfortable situation with you, that coach, that school, that degree. Your favorite school might not offer the degree that your kid wants to major in. That might be the number one factor. We have 6 factors that our kids go off of. Each one of the daughters' 6 factors are completely different. It isn't about, again, it's not about wanting all 3 of your daughters or your 2 daughters or your daughter to go to this school. It's really what that kid wants to do and where they want to go and what school they want to go to. It has nothing to do with you as a parent. You just got to support and encourage and guide that kid to the right fit for that kid. But every kid is different. The thing that's important for my middle daughter is nowhere near as important for my oldest daughter, and vice versa. third daughter believes she's going to be a superstar and an All-American and way better than both of them. Way better in her eyes. She did everything way better since she's been alive. So, and she believes she's way better right now as a 6th grader than my 10th grader. Criticized her every single second. But it's more about knowing your kid's personality. You've lived with them for 15 to 16 years. June 15th for us. My daughter will still be 15 because her birthday's in August. But you know, you have to have the foundation set for the kid to know what the things that's important for them, because they can't talk to any coaches unless they go to ID camps. But if you like play on really competitive and really good teams, that's 10-month seasons where you got scrimmages and traveling and all this stuff based around, you know, you really don't have time when you're in rest and recovery to go to the ID camps during the season because you're winning a championship. And you're trying to go 3-0 in the show, you know, and you're scrimmaging, you know, a top 25 team. The following weekend, you know, it's like you wanna pace it out so you can, you know, you survive the whole season healthy, so you can have the PDA run, the finals run, the you know, playoff run, and you know, have a great showing at those events. That's the most important. Some kids, they have those luxuries to be able to go, you know, to the ID camps during the season. The kids that's playing in the, you know, the more take it serious leagues, you know, they're focusing on, you know, longevity throughout the season as the main focus. And whether your kid is a soccer only kid or not, their focus has to be on advancement. That's all.